Is it the dead of summer? Yes. Did I make a cardigan, a Christmas cardigan, in the middle of summer? Hold on. My voice is broken. Reflex acid burned up my vocal cords while I was asleep. And so that's my terror. And I usually don't go to sleep right after I eat, you know, but I was tired. I was tired. Like, I can't be tired. I can't be tired, so I was tired. I made a Christmas cardigan in the dead of summer, because I'm unemployed. Yeah. But once you unemployed, you gotta kind of sit with the fact that you don't got nothing to do, Bookie. So, yeah. I made me a little cardigan. Hey. Let me show y'all the full body. This is too nice. You can't even lie on it. This is too cute. Hello? This is my first cardigan, by the way. I had never made a cardigan before. I had always wanted to make one. It's crazy how I got so much better at crocheting once I learned how to knit. It's so weird. I can't wait until it's cold outside so I can really wear this. And people could be like, oh my God, where'd you get it? Oh, I made it. It never been nothing. Oh, I made it. With me, who that? Oh, he is fine. Oh, he is fine. Oh, y'all catching me out in the wild. Oh God, y'all catching me out in the wild. Well, an animal gotta eat. Oh! An animal gotta eat. And look, I'm about to give me a little something. So here I was basically just building up the columns. You know, I'm building up my little columns. Look at me trying to do my little tutorial. My voice cracked. Ah! Okay, so here, look. Every time I try to do something with some columns to make something bigger, I'm always starting to consider maybe I should make a scarf instead. It's always I'm about to throw the project to the wolves and turn it just into a scarf. It's a damn shame. It's hard to follow through. Sometimes you're like, let me turn it into a scarf instead. But I powered through, and I made multiple. I started sewing. I'm over here sewing. Sewing is so weird because it is simultaneously tiresome as hell. Tiresome. You just want to see the project coming to fruition, right? But it's also calming. You have to just calm down and relax your mind. I had a good time doing this project because I was watching things like Corey Kenshin. If y'all don't know, Corey Kenshin is a YouTuber. He hasn't posted in a while, but he got me through this project, child. Look at me. I was hype. Got my little vest together. I was using little clips, little chip clips to put before I sewed the sides together. But yeah, he got me through this project a lot while I was sewing and crocheting and all that. But this me sewing up the sides. It really never been nothing. This is not, it's not hard, but it was just like a bit tiresome, because it was just like, I did half double crochets. If you thought I was going to do single crochets, you've lost your barbels. You've lost your barbels. You've lost it all. You've lost your mind. I was not going to, I thought about it. I always think about doing single crochet because I just always act like that's the most superior thing that you can do. And it's really not. It's honestly too much work, and I wouldn't have had enough yarn. This is like $100 worth of yarn. This is why it's so hard to sell yarn. To sell crochet projects, because it's like, it costs a lot to make, which means you have to charge a lot. If this costs me $100 to make, I have to charge you $200 so that I can make I can make $100 profit and use the other $100 to put back into making more. And mind you, it was $100 on sale. So it was half off. So really the amount of yarn I bought was valued fully at $200 originally. Like, girl. Now it is hobby yarn and they do always have a deal. So look, I was trying to figure, I was winging it. Let me be honest with you. I'm kind of a natural because I was winging it. I'm like, ooh, is this gonna fit the arm? I don't know what I was really winging a lot of this. A lot of this was improv. Definitely when it came to these arms, girl. I didn't know what was going on. Look, just trying to figure it all out. These look like red peppers. It's crazy when you're doing a project for something else, you end up learning how to make something else later on. So now if I wanted to do red pepper stuffed red pepper plushies, I could make that. Because now I know how to make that. Just because I was doing the arms. It was like that with amigurumi, the stuffed animal crochet plushies. It's like it teaches you when you do the legs for like a bunny. It teaches you how to make a neck pillow. It's quite wild. But I started sewing them up. I was too hyped. I was too hyped to sew these up, and I learned a better way to sew. Like you see how right there I'm not fully tightening it yet. You do a lot of rows where it's loose, and then you pull the last minute. Not, I mean, you can do it all the way up until the end, but I didn't want to do that. But I would go a lot of rows where I would not tighten it until like this, where I started to really purposely like where I started to tighten all of it, because it pulls all of it through. It got blurry so you can't see, but yeah. And there we go. I needed the border, so I started trying to do the border for the bottom part. Right, look at me. Oh, just fly. This don't even look fully just Christmas to me. It looks like a lot of things. So I did the border for the bottom, and I was going to do the border for the sides, and I did half of it, and I didn't like it. It seemed too dominant. I was doing green, and it just looked too green dominant. It made the cardigan look too green dominant, and it would have been the same if I did red. So I was just like, I'm not going to do a border for the inside of the vest. I was just going to do it for the bottom. And that's what I did, and that's what that was. I don't even know what this video is. Like, what's going on? So that's how I spent my first week and a half unemployed. Ew! It sucks because I really would love to make people cardigans. I mean, I will do it for my loved ones, but I would love to sell cardigans, but it's not really feasible. It doesn't make any sense because of just the cost and all that stuff. Like, I would love to do stuff like maybe commissions. I don't know if I'm that confident, but I'm willing to take that jump. I have to try to see if I can find like a thicker yarn that builds up quicker, so the cost of it isn't that terrible, and the effort it takes to make and how much I have to charge isn't the craziest thing in the world. It would have to make sense. But with a lot of stuff with crochet, when it comes to garments and selling it, it kind of is hard for things to make sense because it just all costs a lot and it takes so much effort. So, I hate overcharging people. Like, I've sold clothes before, printed through a printed service, and I hated charging people a lot. But it was just, you can't. It's like, it's hard to not charge people a lot. And then if I make clothes for people as big as me, that's the one thing I'm thinking. Like, if I'm making clothes for a lot of people that are a smaller size, then it's like, that's easier. But it's like, you want to make clothes for the big bitches because hello. And there might be small people that want the size that I even have. Like, want the size cardigan that I made for myself. And so it's like, I don't know. You start to understand why big bitch clothes cost a lot. Because it's like, the material that you have to use, like how much material and how much effort it takes. But yeah, I kind of wish my voice always sounded like this little rasp. I sound like one of them. I sound like a singer, like one of those singers that sing, that like, they sing good because they got a rasp. I want some Christmas, we know dear. I sound broken. That's it. I don't know what to do.